Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for tuning in to the Gracious Gardeners channel. I wanted to show y'all something. I'm in my backyard now. I have a lot of cleaning up to do. It's been raining for 5 days straight, so I really haven't done anything. But I just wanted to show you something. Last year, tomatoes that dropped into this blue pool. I had 3 plants that was in here. They all were huge and did wonderfully. By the way, this pool, I was initially using it as a compost pool. So I didn't put any drainage holes in it. I would just throw food scraps in it and all of that. I experimented and put 3 tomato plants in here. They grew ridiculously, outrageous, tomatoes everywhere. And there's no drainage holes. Therefore, I didn't have to water often. It was very rare. But it's self-seeded, and all of these tomatoes have come from 3 plants. Whatever tomatoes that fell down in here, they decided to return. And I've been giving away tomatoes for the past month when they were 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches tall. Now look at them. They have flowers on them. They're all tall. This is wild. This is wild, and I don't know what to do. Like, I know I can transplant them, but I already have a ton of tomatoes everywhere. And I still have tomatoes on my deck. All of this that I started from seed. So, I don't know, but I have to do something because it would break my heart to have to get rid of these tomato plants, and they have all of these flowers on it. And let me show you the other bed that self-seeded with a ton of tomato plants. I didn't plant a single tomato in that blue pool or over in this bed. I didn't plant not one tomato here. All of this is from last year that's self-seeded. And do you see them? Do you see how tall these things are? Like, they are probably 20 inches tall. Have flowers, flower buds, and all of that. I can't get rid of them. I can't pull them. I know people will say, pull them because they're not going to. I don't know. We going to find out. We going FAFO this year because I can't pull them. I cannot pull them. And even a couple that I was waiting to give away because I've already given away a ton. This has just been sitting out here in the cup for probably 3 weeks. It's been raining for 5 days. Look at the water and look at the roots just decided to grow in the water. Oh, this marshmallow plant has taken over. This was never planted in the bed. It was actually planted right there. One plant. Last year, I thought it was hibiscus. That's what the seed pack said. Thank you, Amazon. But it's marshmallow. And I planted it right there. Didn't know that the roots spread. It spread it underneath this bed and came up through the bed. And now this is all marshmallow. So I have a lot to do. But I just can't. I see the bigger plants over here in the corner. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of those right there in the corner. I can't pull. I gotta do something. Because I can't pull them. They're all so close, and I know that they'll still grow, but because I had 3 huge ones over there, but I don't know. This is a blessing of a problem to have. Thank you, Lord. Now what am I supposed to do? Lead me in the right direction. This one right here, self-seeded from last year. These I planted out here a few days ago. This marigold, self-seeded from last year. These I need to plant. I started these seeds this year. This is a cucumber plant, lemon cucumber. I started that from a seed, but I need to plant it somewhere. So, I've been trying to get everything together. I left this coriander, cilantro, so it can go to seed because the pollinators love it. but I'm trying to get everything together. However, I have more than what I can use, and I hoard plants. I said it. I said it. I hoard plants, y'all. I can't get rid of nothing at all. I can't thin a plant. If I broadcast some plants, they'll be just broadcast. I can't thin anything. I need to pull up one of these castor bean plants, though. I'm gonna have to, because there's two of them right here. And the way these things grow, yeah, I'm gonna have to yank one of those up and transplant it somewhere else. This bed right here, this bed never really does good. I usually plant brassicas in this bed. So what I am going to do today is I'm going to mulch the entire bed, and then I'm going to put grow bags, 5-gallon grow bags in here, and each grow bag will have a watermelon plant in it, so the watermelons will spiral out of the grow bags and just spread across the mulch in this big bed, because this bed never does good. I don't know why. I mean, it does all right with the brassicas, but anything else, it just doesn't. The soil, for whatever reason, just always seems hard. But the chamomile like it. The coriander, the cilantro likes it. So, I don't know. All of these are those weed things that I'm going to yank up out of there. Put some more flowers or something there. I took the broccoli head, and some baby broccoli heads grew back. And I see my mustard greens are bolting. I'm going to leave those for the pollinators. Yeah, this is starting to bolt too. I'm going to cut those off and let some more grow. My cilantro is doing good. Need to get the dead leaves off. We just had 5 days of rain, y'all. There's another castor bean plant. Just wait until the videos at the end of this season. By September, that castor bean plant is going to be about 14 feet and the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life. I have tomatoes over in here too. They're self-seeded, but I planted these cabbage and oh, that's that oh my God, what is the name of that cabbage? It's pointy. It starts with a V. Okay, all right, okay. And then I have all of these collard greens and everything, so I need to harvest some of the collard greens because I haven't harvested any. My onions and stuff. Along the border of this, I have onions in these bags as well with these brassicas. Thank y'all for joining me in my video. I really appreciate it. If you would like and subscribe, I will be ever so grateful. And we have peppers. Lots and lots of peppers. I'm not going to tell you what peppers they are because a few of them I don't know. What happened was, okay, that's the OG pepper, so I know that's like a bell pepper. I think all the bell peppers are at the top. And then I have like spicier peppers at the bottom. We'll figure it out. All I know is I got peppers. Whatever is growing out here is edible and it will be used. So I really don't be concerned about what the variety is because it's gonna get used. And whatever it is, I planted it for a reason. So these are my cucumbers over here. And it's so wet in this section, y'all. The water just pools over in this section. I'm finna put straw down here. And that's also why I planted the cucumbers on this side. So when I first planted the cucumbers, they was kind of struggling because this weather was a little on the bipolar side. So I dropped more cucumber seeds. I figured if those died, then I would at least have some new ones coming up. This thing was dead the other day. I actually took off the entire leaf. There was no leaf there. It's grown back. Yeah, I have cucumber flowers, but I don't have any cucumbers yet. So this bed is doing well. My dill is doing well also. Although it looks like is it bolting? Because it's getting pretty tall. I don't know. I'll have to check because it's my first year growing dill. And I have no idea what those little flowers or plants is down at the bottom. It could be weeds because stuff gets blown around all the time and seeds end up wherever. But I'll figure it out. If I need it, I'll keep it. If I don't, I'll pull it. I have more cucumbers here that are doing really, really well. I'm so happy, y'all. It's gardening season. It is gardening season. During the winter, do y'all get depressed? Because I get depressed during the winter. It's all gloomy and cold, and I never come outside during the winter. And we're in, I'm in zone 7A, so our winters are harsh. Okay, so our winters are harsh, so I can't do anything outside in the wintertime, and it lasts for way too long. And I'd be so depressed, y'all. I don't want to be outside in this. I placed another castor bean plant right there, so that's going to grow up tall and pretty. These are okra plants. I don't know what's going on with all the sirens, but I hope everyone is okay. Sending a prayer. Okay, and some more okra. All of these white containers are okra plants. All of them. Some have sprouted, others haven't. Let me see. I think I see 1, 2, 3, and a possible, because that one little bitty plant, but 1, 2, 3. And I see a couple of them that has 2 in it. So what I'm going to do is just transplant. Yeah, that one has 2, that one has 2, and the second one down there at the end has 2. So that's 3 extra plants that I'm going to put in these 3 buckets. I'll transplant those in a second. Volunteer tomato. When I say plants do whatever they want to do, this is growing from underneath the bag, possibly from a tomato that fell last year. It's growing from underneath the bag. And then there's another one. And another one next to it. And another one and another one. Y'all see what I'm saying? Even here's a tiny one. And then another one right here. Tomatoes love my yard. Tomatoes love it. Because they just do whatever they want to do. They grow everywhere. However, I don't know. But it's not a bad problem to have. These were some of the tomatoes that I pulled that had self-seeded from last year in these bags before I put these plants in. So I pulled them out and just, I didn't want to, but I did. I just pulled them out and just set them in there, and I was like, okay, I'm going to transplant them. That was 2 weeks ago, y'all. I haven't transplanted nothing, and they still alive. Still alive and looking good. Same thing with these tomato plants in this container. I pulled them, and then I stuck them in here, and they're still alive. I haven't done anything with them. Those beetle bugs is tearing my leaves up, but I haven't been able to do anything to get rid of them because there's been so much rain. So let me see. And this tomato plant, what is this? With the roots growing out the bottom, and I just pulled it up out of the thing because it had been sitting here for a while. So it rooted. This basil. This is basil. I'm finna plant that. But this right here, this plant, last year it grew to about 12 feet tall. Has all of these pretty yellow sunflowers and stuff on them. But it blocks out the sun from right here. I have corn growing back here. And as you can see, this corn and that second one that's shaded is not like the corn that's over here. So I'm about to cut this, like a lot. I'm gonna cut it back so it's not blocking out the sun. And then I'm gonna top it so it doesn't get any taller than what it is already. Because last year it was aggravating. It was so big. I pulled it. Well, actually, I cut them all. They were too hard to pull. So I cut them all and threw them over the fence, over my backside. And thinking that was it. This year they came back. So whatever it is, they root. They root. All of this came back from whatever was underneath this inch of soil. As you can see, it's flat. Where's the soil at? When I did this, I had like a little flower bed, and it was so pretty. And I dropped some seeds. I need to stop getting seeds from off of Amazon because they weren't what I thought they were. And I had a monstrosity of tall stuff growing that I had to get rid of. Okay, so let me move on. This is my bed with tomatoes growing in it. Everything is flowering. Everything is looking good. They are going to get supersized. They did last year. It was an experiment. I stuck one in my clay soil down in there, and it grew huge. Well, that was year before last. So last year I put a few plants in the soil and just let them sprawl. I didn't try to cage them up. I didn't use any cages, and I regret that because it was a bed full of leaves and tomatoes. I put a video up showing what the tomatoes look like. I mean, I've never seen so many tomatoes in my life with them just laying around. I actually think things that you don't trellis or put cages on and just let them go wild, I think they do better. I actually believe that they do better. According to what I've seen in my garden, they do wonderfully when I leave them alone. Just plant them and let them do what they do. I got stuff growing everywhere, and I have no idea what this is. I'll look it up. But those 2 grow bags back there, well, 3 grow bags back there, I got to pull those. It's not weeds, it's something. I remember buying a plant from Home Depot a few years ago, and it had those things in it with some flowers. And I should have never done that because I find those things everywhere in my yard now. I'm talking about this everywhere. And I never had it until, like, it's growing out the ground over there. Everywhere. It's everywhere. And it was a plant that I bought from Home Depot that intentionally had that in there. And it spreads everywhere. So I will never do that again because I've been trying to get the stuff out of my yard for forever. But I think I do see. That is something that I want. I can look at it and tell. It's probably okra, I believe. I wouldn't be mad at it if it was. Let's see. Corn. In this container. I got sweet potatoes in that other container over there. I have spinach that's bolting in that bag there. And the other sections I just filled with soil. I am going to plant stuff in that today. I had to wash. Well, I didn't really wash. I just used a bucket and put some dish soap and neem oil in it and filled it with water and put these in it because I had them in a container and they were left out here since last year. And when I went to pull it out, it was an ant infestation with baby ants, little white ants everywhere. I mean, they were everywhere. It was thousands of them. They're gone now. But, yeah, I had to do that. So, all of these Dollar Tree containers, I have some more. I'm just going to leave those going around this edge of my deck. And I'm going to plant flowers in them. That's hibiscus with moss roses in it. Moss roses are beautiful. This is my first year ever getting moss roses. And they are gorgeous. They are gorgeous. These are poppies. I don't believe I planted poppies back here this year. but they're growing. And then there's some kind of it looks like a brassica of some like bok choy or whatever. This thing just got some of everything. And I'm not really particularly a fan of poppies because they die so fast. Like they open today, they're dead tomorrow. So whatever, I'm gonna just leave it. And here's my tower. Gotta keep my distance for a second because this will be heavily sprayed. I got tomatoes and peppers and mint and all of that, strawberries, and this is about to be heavily sprayed, y'all. And the reason being, it is these little itty bitty tiny black microscopic bugs that's shiny. They are infesting that thing. I think it came from the soil that I had got, the compost. And yeah, it's an infestation. I mean, seriously. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this thing apart. Let's see. I'm going to take this thing apart and I am going to spray it with something. If it's not neem oil, soap, and all of that, it'll be some 7 spray or something. It gotta go. It gotta go. I have some more tomato plants and onions and everything going all around. This entire level here is all mint because I know mint spread, so that's all mint. I'll probably switch this around and put the mint at the bottom just in case the roots try to go through a little hole or something like that. This thing, I'm just now noticing this. Okay, so, baby, why you got a flower? Why do you have a flower, sweetheart? You are still in the seed starting container. Y'all, look at this. In one of the Dollar Tree little things. The little bitty ones. Squash flowers. My watermelon is wrapping around this, and there it is. Like, y'all see what I'm saying? I have a lot to do. A lot to do. Flowers on this. In this little bitty cup. I have a ton to do out here. And I better get started. Because if I wait any longer, it's going to do what it's doing without me. I'll have watermelons growing out of a 4-ounce cup. But here's more hibiscus with moss rose. Here's a hibiscus here. I forgot the name of the plant that I planted there. I mean, it was a root. Oh my God. I'll get back to y'all with it. Here go my cannas. My blueberry plant. My raspberry that's growing too long and hanging over everything. Corn. These were the first corn that I started. I took them out of those little black containers like 3 weeks ago and just stuck them in here. This was a rolling planter just sitting on my deck that I would throw dirt in when I was transplanting stuff. I just stuck them in here because I wanted to get them planted in something, and they are doing good. Look, I have silks and all of that already. Let me take this and let me give you this. That's yours. You can have it. Good Lord, my hands ashy. But, yeah. Let me give you some more. Go on ahead, because you need all this. Okay. Pollinated. And then, y'all, it's even plants back here. Look at the roots. Look at the roots. These things are begging for a home. They are big. And this, okay. All right. So I was out here moving some stuff around and I broke this. And what I did was I just set it back on top of here like this and propped it up against this thing, y'all see the roots? So now I can break this end off and plant this, and I would have two plants because I could still stick this in the ground and it'll grow. This right here is going to grow too. Boy, gardening is amazing. It is amazing. All right, let me put that right there. Yeah, okay, stand up, girl. Stand up. There you go. And then these over here with all of the roots on them. I need to get these planted. Look at the basil, a castor bean plant. I collect the seeds and I put the seeds in here, and I forgot to move it before it started raining, and look what I got. So now I have to transplant that somewhere. All of these are peppers that I need to get planted. And let's go over here to my salad bar. My salad bar has peppers. It has pepper plants. These are all micro tomato plants. Different varieties. I know I have like some kind of frog. Oh my God. Y'all, look. I'm going to do better. Just stick with me. I'm going to do better. Please like, share, subscribe. And y'all will see my growth. You see the garden growth and the vegetable growth and the plant growth, but I'm going to grow too, because I'm not big on labeling stuff, so I just do what I do. I'm going to get better with that. But I also have carrots growing underneath there. Look at all these mushrooms. The soil is good. I got some lettuce here, some lettuce here. I just pulled some radishes. I had radishes growing in between the peppers, so I just pulled those. But this is my salad bar, and it is looking pretty good. Normally, I have all of those containers stacked up, and I have different varieties of lettuce growing in it, and that was my salad bar on my deck. But I decided to do it this way this year, so that way I can have lettuce, tomatoes. I also have green onions that I planted some seeds recently, so I haven't seen them sprout yet. I might have to plant some more. I have basil here. Here's another micro tomato plant. Got my lemon thyme there. My rosemary here. I need to propagate both of those. My hydrangea, I'm going to up-pot that. I have one that I just brought back here to the back that was in the front. The leaves are all burned. I'm going to cut all the leaves off and let that regrow too, because that's what I did with this one. I cut all the leaves off except for 3 just to get the photosynthesis. My first time growing raspberry, and I'm going to have to do something with it because this thing has quadrupled in size in a few weeks. Abundance on the squash. Lemon balm, dill, peppers, more squash. What are these? Tomatillas. Yes, these are tomatillas. Tomatillas need 2 plants in order for the tomatillas to grow. And what I did was I actually bought a plant from Home Depot. I searched through the tomatilla plants to find one that had 2 little plants growing in it. So I brought it home and I separated the plants, and there go the 2 that I needed to grow. So it's doing pretty good. More squash down here with some basil. Eggplants being eaten alive by beetles, as is a lot of things out here. More squash. If y'all don't eat squash, don't grow squash, because squash will give you more than you think you'll ever need. So, okay, that's all wonderful. And I have elephant ears here. What happened? Well, this is one elephant ear. I bought the giant elephant ear. One huge bulb about the size of a golf, not, oh my Lord, did I say golf ball? About the size of a, like a soccer ball. And that one sprouted first. This one, the squirrels dug up and just was chewing on the top of it because they couldn't lift that thing out of there. It was heavy. And they were chewing on top of it, ate the whole top. It was just white showing. I covered it back up and it regrew. And now I have 2 sprouts coming out of this one. I knew to do that because they did it last year. They dug up the smaller ones that I had and chewed it up. And I left it planted, covered it back up, and I grew several elephant ears sprouted from that one because they chewed it up. So them chewing it up is actually not a bad thing. I don't want them to do it, but at least they don't kill the plant when you do it. So I can't wait for these to grow because these are the giant elephant ears, and I think they said that they can get like 10 feet tall or something. What I'm going for this year in my garden is a tropical oasis, which is going to be around my gazebo. I had to take the top of the gazebo down because every time we have a hard rain or a storm, I'll be ordering another one within a few days. They always break. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. But I had to take the top off. I'll put it back when we're clear of rain. And then these are just planters that I went and bought some plants and, you know, did my own little something something and put them together to make my little tropical oasis. These are going to be planted around as well. Hibiscus, both of them lost every leaf that they had. And then they grew back. And they're growing back and they're even flowering. So, you know. And I got these for $19.99 at Sam's, each one. And them tomatoes, they blow my mind every time. Every time. I don't know what kind of mushroom that is, but it's close to my chickens, and I'm gonna check it out. If it's bad, I'm gonna pull it so they don't get to it. Marshmallow and chamomile in there that grew back from last year. So evidently they can withstand frost in cold temperatures down to the teens and lower, because I did not cover this stuff up. I didn't cover those tomato plants up that's in this bed. I didn't cover those tomatoes up that's in that bed in there. I did nothing to this stuff, and they all grew back. So where they say it's, you know, fine down to a climate of, you know, zones 9 and 10 and things like that, this stuff grew back, and these are summer crops. And we have cold, I'm in zone 7A. It was 6B last year, and then they changed it. But we have cold winters. Lots of snow. Very freezing, very much. And this stuff came back on its own. So that's telling me that it has adapted to my climate. And this year I will not be, next year, I will not be starting in a single seed. I will make sure when the season is over to drop me a couple of tomato seeds and pepper seeds or whatever and let it come back the following year on its own. Because this tomato plant is going wild. I have basil in here and a couple of pepper plants. Sunflowers. Some other flowers in here, and this right here is a peach tree that I started from a seed. I just got it out the refrigerator and brought it out here maybe 2 weeks ago, and so this is how much it's grown. But I showed a picture or a video earlier of the one that's in my front yard that I started from a seed as well last year, and how big that is. This I'm going to put in something else because this is not going to work in this little bag. This bag has faded and everything, but I'm going to collect my onions up out of here and move this and do something with it. I don't know. We have tomatoes in here and flowers. and basil and some more basil. And I need to plant some more stuff up in here because it's not enough. I might bring some more pepper plants over here. This is cilantro that came back. Well, I didn't plant it here. It's just a seed that blew here, and there it is. Hello. And this plant has tomatoes on it as well. Lots of flowers. Let me get you up out of here because you ain't gonna be sucking my plant energy. These things. I don't know what this black stuff is on this pepper, but we finna get you out of here, baby, because you're not finna kill my plants or spread that mess. We're not doing that. I don't even know what that black spot or something. Let me see. You come off. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me get this stuff off of here. And the crazy thing about this is, this pepper plant is one that I bought from Home Depot. One of the Bonnie ones. Why are your leaves black, baby? I'm pulling off everything with some discoloration. And, you know what? Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Come on, you getting up out of here, because I'm not going to risk it. So I'm going to put this in a bag by itself. All right, so y'all, this has been my garden tour. Stay tuned for the update when it's all pretty and stuff out here, when I get it together. Give me a minute. Because, yes, I want to grow food, and I love the abundance, but I want it to be aesthetically pleasing as well, because this is my happy place, my place of peace, and I spend a lot of time out here. So y'all just stick with me, and thank you for watching this video if you stayed until the end, and please like, share, and subscribe. Y'all be blessed.